George said, and I gave this talk in May, I think it was, if I keel over and come up and finish the presentation.
Is your wife there?
My wife is right over there.
Oh, welcome to our
Patricia.
meeting.
So the Echo now is three things, three pieces in the family. There's the original tower, which has got good speakers, great microphone, can hear you from a while.
Three
Oh.
doors. Thanks.
There's now the dot. It's called. I bought a case for mine, but yeah, it's a little dot. It's got this has got to be plugged in. These two have to be plugged in, and then there's this, which is a Bluetooth speaker to take outside, but it also has internet access, so it can play all of the stuff from Prime Library and go get the news and the weather and whatever when you're out on your lanai and don't have a plug-in. So what do you do with it? People just a few seconds ago were talking, you can find out what's for lunch. You can find out the weather. But most of the uses that I make of it anyway are music player with either the radio or Amazon's Prime Library. So I could say, the wake word that I have for this thing is Alexa, play jazz from the Amazon Prime Library. And it'll start doing that, so I have to keep saying, stop, Alexa. So I won't do that. And then I can have it read a book to me, audible.com or anything I've got in down on Kindle or audible.com. And then it's got a lot of stuff for games, and the new big thing, of course, is the device controller capability, which I'm sure some people in here are doing. I forgot to bring my the WeMore plug. It's just plug it into the wall, and it's Wi-Fi enabled, so you can tell Alexa to turn on your TV or turn on your front lights or whatever you use it for. As you can see here, there's a ton of music capabilities and news radio things you can get. Then over here, there's a bunch of other symbols for ordering pizza or ordering an Uber. You've seen the commercials, I think. The dot, this one does not, but this one does allow you to connect to your own speaker system. So if you're an audiophile and realize that, and this thing has gotten great rave reviews for its quality of the sound output. But if you want your system, you can connect it. You can connect anything you can access over the internet with this into your system with a little 3.5 millimeter cable to put it in your system.
So you can't, with the tower.
The tower you cannot.
Connect up to a Bluetooth speaker.
This can pair with the Bluetooth speaker, so you could play your iPhone music into that. You can use it just like a Bluetooth speaker, but its real use is to go out to the internet and get stuff from the radio or from Amazon or wherever.
But you can't pair it with another Bluetooth speaker.
No.
Okay.
No, you can't daisy chain the speakers. This one you can pair with a device too to play over this, to treat this just like a Bluetooth speaker.
Okay.
And it's very good, but you can't pair it with another one. But you can connect this into your speaker system as well. So if you have a outdoor speaker system and you want to drive it through this, you can.
I just hooked one up, and I tried to hook it to the speaker, now I know I can't.
Yeah, this one you can't. This one you can. And this one's only 1/3 the price. But it's, you know, obviously it's going to have less on standalone sound quality. This is much better. The device control feature is the new, you know, is the thing that's exploded in the last few months. There are just thousands and thousands of devices that you can drive through this. You turn on my lights, turn on my, you know, set the temperature to 64 in the back bedroom or whatever. However, you've got your home wired. If you spend the money on the devices and the capabilities, Alexa can drive them for you.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question I heard.
Every time I say it, she's going to say something, so I got to be careful. But so that they're just exploding the number of devices and things you can use. You can set up your connected, if you have a modern connected BMW, you can set it up so that whenever your car drives close to the garage, it'll go up and you don't have to actually push a button. It's amazing, all this stuff you can do. But
Yeah, there's major departments now set up at Best Buy. Huge areas that sell
all that stuff, yeah. Yeah. Now, a lot of it is, you know, is expensive, and a lot of it is mutually incompatible. So you want to pick something for lighting, you know, something for home security, you know, and it'd be nice if you could pick, you know, things in the same family. Otherwise, you end up with tons of apps that are downloaded to control each thing individually.
Does it work with iTunes?
No, not unless you, with my phone, I can pair it and drive my iTunes through it, but it's coming from the network to my phone to there. The rumor is that Apple's working on their own thing because their Apple TV Siri thing is working pretty well, so they're trying to get something like that, I heard. The other big thing that you do with this thing is there are thousands. There are now. I think they went over the numbers are in the summer. The sales of these things went over 3 million. You know, they're just going gangbusters. They lowered the price of these by 50% to try and drive purchases of these before Google got their stuff out. We're going to talk a little bit about the competitors. What Amazon's done is open it up to third parties. And the third parties have created 1 million apps, which are called skills in Amazon terms. And you go into your little tool, I have it on my iPad, that you can enable a skill. You search and you find one, like this Wemo thing. I have a Wemo switch, so I can turn on my Wemo switch, or I can change the name and say turn on my TV or whatever it is. There are ones like, let me see if I still have this one, like Alexa, ask bartender to tell me the recipe for a Sazerac.
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
I have a thing called bartender, which it will give me recipes for various cocktails and things like that. So there's one by Procter & Gamble for Tide, which will, if you open Tide, and ask it, how do I get grapefruit strain or grape juice stains out of a t-shirt, it'll go through the whole explanation for you. And then it'll also send you a text to your phone if you want, or it always will put a card in your app, your Alexa app, that will give you the things. And they're starting to get things like, there's a salad bar, how do I make one of 50, 60 different kinds of salads? It'll give you the recipe. Those kinds of things. But the other common use I make of it is for Alexa, give me my flash briefing. And that's in the morning, you can get up and listen to the news of, all of the major things like BBC News or NPR and CNN and all of those things.
Did you have to set that up so it knows which ones you're interested in?
Yeah, you have to, every skill that you want to use, you have to go into your app or onto the website that they have and enable the skill. Then what they do is they download the small amount of code to use it here. And most of them are what they call dynamic skills, which means it goes up to the cloud and keeps growing as recipes keep growing and things keep growing. And depending on your answers to questions in the skill or the app, it'll go get more information for you or whatever.
Do you access the skills through the Alexa app?
You enable the skill, and then you can use it here with your voice control. So let's see, Alexa, play rain sounds. Let's see if it does it. So you fall asleep listening to the rain. Alexa, stop. But I had to go in the app, I had to go online or in the app on my iPad and find it, enable it. So now it's in the list of skills I can use. It's in the list of skills I can use, and put it down there. It's just like it's just like the App Store for iTunes. You end up with 500 skills that you can use, and I can't remember the names of half of them, so you can go in and delete them all and start over, that kind of thing.
How do you get the radio stations? Do you get local FM stations?
Yeah, Alexa, play NPR. So,
WGCU FM on TuneIn.
so it's on TuneIn.
WGCU FM on TuneIn Live is currently not available.
Okay, fine. And, you go into the app, you get TuneIn, and then you select. I can select an NPR station from San Francisco if I want. I mean, there's thousands of radio. You pick the style of radio you want to listen to, and the station you want to listen to, and then when you say play the radio, it'll play the one that you've selected in your app. Okay, that'll answer to that word. Whatever you say you want to call it, like I call it NPR, you can call it, play George's favorite, or whatever. that kind of stuff. There are ones for your bank. If you bank at Capital One, the bank will let you use the skill to get your balance and list the latest transactions, that sort of thing. So sometimes they ask you for some of them will ask for a code word, whatever, but that you've set up, to make sure that it's not just somebody walking by your Alexa and
But
saying,
then how is it, what kind of security does it have?
well, it's only that code. I mean, you've had to set up the skill, but if somebody's walking by and figures out, oh, I think they bank at Capital One and I want to, open Capital One, well, then I have to know the code word that you said okay, that kind of stuff, whatever it was. And there are just, when you go online, I mean, when you look at these, there are just, you know, they're growing by leaps and bounds, thousands of these. And there's another website for some of the devices. Some of these devices, like the BMW one or some others, you don't need a skill. You need to set up an IFTTT, which is a if this then that situation in Alexa. Like for the BMW, if my BMW gets into the network, open the garage door, you know, as it, and close it after 10 seconds, you know. But it's a logic thing that BMW has written, for example. But you can write your own, by the way. That if something happens, if this is true, then do this. So you can use those to drive these, some of these devices. And the IFTTT website will show you thousands and thousands and thousands of capabilities as well that also work with Alexa to you know, do those kinds of things, to drive the devices and do things for you and whatever. The IFTTTs. That's not my. Oh, it must be. That's my iPad. So the IFTTTs are not specific, they're not an Amazon thing. What they are is a logic module that you can use between any two channels, like Gmail and Dropbox are channels. So every time I get an attachment in my Gmail, I put it in my Dropbox. So I don't have to download it, whatever, and worry about it. So there are lots of these things. If it's off the topic, because it's not related. A lot of them drive things that this will do, and you can use voice control to drive them. But they're not specifically Amazon related. One of the new things that's really happening a lot as well is healthcare for this, for a subset of people in the world who need various things. You know, set timers so that it tells you to take your pills at every if you're taking 50 pills a day, when do you take them? And on my I could use it. He doesn't do it, but my brother-in-law had just got done with leukemia, so he's still on 14 different things a day and all that stuff. So you could use that. There's an app from called Kids MD from Boston Children's Hospital that tells parents when the kid's fever is, what to check for and see when they should bring them into the emergency room, that sort of thing. There are what do you call it? Examples or reviews on the websites about people who've helped Parkinson's patients because the voice control makes them focus and get understood. It takes patience to get the words right to drive the Alexa, and it's helps on some of those things. Some of the hospitals are creating capabilities for Alexa to drive devices that allow them to look at if they're in the middle of surgery and they say, oh, I gotta look at the scan again. Usually doctors have to leave and scrub and come back in to go out to another machine and look at it. They want a screen up in the room so they can have Alexa just with voice control try to bring the scan up. There are those kinds of things, and that's a big area. Amazon has set up a $100 million fund through their foundation or whatever for applications that are in the space of helping, that are healthcare related and or helping people use this and things. You've seen, I don't know if you've seen the commercials for the guys that say, order me some flowers or order me an Uber or whatever, but those are out there on TV now, and you can do that. Mine forgot the recipe for Sazerac. That's all right. I did want to talk a little bit about the competition, because you probably are seeing the commercials now.
How good is this with accents?
Well, it's in one way it's very good, because if it's your machine and your accent, it will learn it. It will get better and better. It will learn, and you can use the app, talk to it, use the app. It asks you, did I get that right? So you can teach it. You can teach it your accent.
If there's more than one accent in the house, does it learn both, or is it?
I don't know. Does anybody know?
It learns different voices, I know.
It would certainly work with different voices. I don't know if it quote learns two different accents, or just one of them is not one. They're close enough or whatever. So these are the three devices that are currently available. Their goal from one of the things that Amazon has done is there's no advertising. What they want to get these out there to everybody is so that you start buying things with your voice. Okay, that's how they think they're going to make some money. And one of the ways they do it is, especially today or tomorrow and the next day, is Alexa, what are my deals? So they're special.
I have several exclusive deals today, including Happy Belly California walnuts, 40 ounces.
40 ounces of walnuts.
$11.60.
Alexa, stop. So there are exclusive deals for Alexa every day. So you can listen, and then you can just say yes. If you've enabled voice ordering, you can order anything if you know the name of it, proper name of it, whatever, and it'll help you through the different choices.
Now, where do you enable
Yeah.
voice
Skill.
order?
This is skill. It's just
Okay.
everything anything you want to tell it to do that's
So that's on the app?
That's online at the website is alexa.amazon.com, and you can list all of them. And actually on the app, I think that one's on the Alexa app, and all you have to do is enter your code. There's a 4-digit numeric code that it asks for, and every time you want to order something, you have to remember that code and put it in and tell it the code. Just voicemail.
You sign up for the code,
No, it's your code, your own code. It's just your code.
And then where do you find the code?
You make it up.
Oh, that's it.
Make it up. Whatever you want it to be. 4-digit that you're going to remember, and not 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope. But
does it correlate to your computer? Like if you want to order something, can you see a picture on the computer? Or is
well,
that-
sure. You'll see that. You can go look in your orders, and it'll be there. If you.
But I mean, can you tell her, Alexa, find me like Trader Joe's stuff?
You can do all the searching with your voice. You can.
But you can't see the picture.
No. You have to know what you want, and
And the computer can be off, right?
your computer can be off. Your network has to be on. The computer could be off.
See, what you could do though is if there's something that says she has a special, then you could go on your computer and look for that special, and then you could see the picture.
Right, and the deals, the Alexa deals that she was gonna read off for me are available to owners at this alexa.amazon.com website. You can, as soon as you sign in, you can then go look at the deals and see the pictures of them if you want. So you don't have to say, yes, I want 40 pounds or 40 ounces of California Happy Belly walnuts, or whatever it was.
What's that website again? Amazon,
No, alexa.amazon.com. Yeah,
So if I decided I wanted those walnuts, would I just say yes, order them?
Yep.
And it would go to my Prime account?
yes.
Why do I have to go to that site?
No, you just say yes, you just say yes here. And then it would ask you, what's your code? And you say 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever code you put in, and it's gone. And then if you go on your computer, you'll see it as an order.
It didn't ask me for I ordered some like dial soap or something, and it then asked me for the code, and it was on
On my machine, you ordered dial soap.
on my own.
Well, I have you, I don't know, what have you enabled you obviously have enabled the skill, and you had to put in a code when you enabled the skill, right?
Yes.
And it may be because you ordered dial before, I don't know, I don't know. Or maybe it's,
A 4-digit code can be very unique. I mean, they're-
no, but if somebody's walking by and wants to check your deals and say, yes, I want some, and get it, and then say, however, I want it shipped to somewhere else. I mean, they can't do that. It's gonna come to you, and they've got, 9,999 tries before they're sure of getting your code. So it's voice active. You have to enter each one by voice. It's not like a computer that's hacking your system, doing 10,000 in a second. You have to say it. So
I'd say keep it secret, because my 4-year-old grandson had more fun with that.
yeah,
He
I'm
was
sure.
ordering his Christmas presents.
I'm sure.
You get a bill for a grant.
Yeah.
So, is it you don't have to have it on the same network. Let's say you don't want to do home control and all that stuff. So, and you said your computer doesn't have to be on. Can you put it on the guest network, let's say?
Sure, I'm on the library's network now, and it'll work for me. It'll order stuff if I want.
Thank you.
I wanted to spend a couple of minutes talking about the competitors, because this week Google started their TV ads. So Google has come out with a thing that I think I have a picture in here of the. Here in the middle is the black one is the Alexa, and the white one is the Google, and then there's an air freshener and a Lysol can, just to show the relative sizes and whatever. They've just come out with the what's called Google Home. So you have to say instead of saying Alexa or whatever, you have to say OK Google Home or OK Google or something like that. So you're doing it. Google does have one thing that's kind of neat, I think, except they're $35 a piece. Which is it's got one of the features of the dot, in that this is Wi-Fi enabled so you can play anything you can play off your system, or anything you can access on the internet that you've signed up for, Spotify or Pandora or any of that stuff. You can push through your speakers. And what the Google Home does is to compete with Sonos, for example. You put speakers all over your house and put these Chromecast audio devices with them. And then Google Home can push the music out all over your house to be, and it will be synchronized. It'll be the same, playing the same in every room. The Amazon thing doesn't quite work that way. It won't get synchronized music across the whole house, even if you have a dozen of these one in every room or each of your 12 rooms.
Do you know how much the Google Home is?
Yeah, it's, yes, the Google Home, I used to have it on here, it's 130, except this week, where it's 99.
Oh.
So if you can get, and the other thing about, you can only buy these through Amazon, but the Google Home you can get at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, you know, they're,
You can buy these at Best Buy now.
oh, you may, these things you can buy at Best Buy?
I've seen
Bed
them.
Bath & Beyond,
Oh, really?
and
Okay.
Lowe's.
I've seen them from other stores online, but I've never seen them in a store.
They're in the stores.
Okay. Now, the pros and cons of these, I think, Google Home has almost no skills. It has only the ones that are Google provided, because they haven't opened it up to third-party developers yet. It's a brand new device, and so they haven't opened it up to other people. So the thousands of things I said you can do with the Amazon tools or toys, you can't do yet with the Google, but eventually I'm sure you will be able to. The devices are also growing, you know, and I'm sure they'll grow exponentially, because those are just apps that the device maker has to make fit on an Android device, and they probably already do. The third competitor, by the way, you already have in your pocket, which is the phone, because if you want to drive devices in your home, you can do that with your phone if you just download the app. Unfortunately, most of those are, you know, you have to type the commands in. You can't just say, Siri, do this to me for me, or whatever. Some of them you can, but not all. And you end up with 150 apps on your phone as opposed to 150 apps in here that you can control with your voice. So both Google and Alexa have the same concerns, I guess. One is they both record everything you say for a little while. They're always listening to you to hear if what you're saying is your wake word. So that's only local. But when you start talking, what you ask for goes up to the cloud and gets stored, and and then they respond to it, and they ask you, did I get it right? So it's all part, you know, all the training. But they're not asking you on here, they ask you in the app. So if you want to train it for your voice, you got to use the app to go through there. They're not just interactive here doing that, although you can turn on one of those skills to do that. And you can always delete recordings that they've made, you know, if George bought something he didn't want anybody to know about it.
So how would you go about that?
You have to go on to that website and sign in on your Amazon account, or just go to the app like on my iPad and just delete it. Yeah.
On the picture that you had of the little satellite device, that one? You just went past
Oh,
it?
this one?
Yes. Is the
It's
black
it's called a Chromecast audio.
Chromecast on it?
Yeah.
Is that is the black cord a power cord or an input?
Yeah, the black cord is a power cord. That's the same. That like this has to be powered as well.
Okay.
And this has a output jack. These do not have input kit. You can't drive these, but you can drive a speaker through this. Okay, so it's one direction.
I was just seeing if there was like a rechargeable battery or something like that.
No, not yet. They're powered. This is powered, this is powered. This one is got a base over there that is rechargeable. And then it's called a tap because instead of giving it a wake word, you have to touch the little microphone and say, Alexa, play Frank Sinatra. Or actually, you don't have,
Shuffling songs by
you don't
Frank
have to say
Sinatra.
Alexa. I mean, I shouldn't have said that because then it woke up that other one. Stop.
With the Chromecast audio, how do you adjust the volume?
Wait a minute. Stop. How do you adjust
How do you
the?
adjust the volume of your speakers?
Well, whatever you're using well, you can adjust the volume on the speakers directly on the speaker, or with if you're going through Google Home, you just tell it like this. If when I say Alexa, play Frank Sinatra from Prime Music, and it starts,
Shuffling songs by Frank Sinatra.
I can say, Alexa, louder.
Let your heart.
Alexa, level 11. From now on. Alexa, stop. Stop.
What do you turn in at the top?
That's the volume control.
Okay.
Now, do you have to have a special contract for that, like an iPhone?
No,
No,
no.
Well, what drives it to?
we buy.
Well, you buy it. You own it, and Amazon wants you to
Buy
start
it.
buying stuff through it.
But you said it's like a GPS or an
Well, like this, I was playing music from Amazon's Prime library. I'm a Prime library member, which is $129 a year.
No, I meant, I'm clear on those. It's the one that is battery.
This one,
Yeah, you said you treat it remote, and it's,
yeah, I could take it outside as long
it's
as,
like in your car.
well, as long as if I'm in my network or in a network, if I'm in a network, then I can go out to the internet and get radio, get music from Amazon, if I belong to Pandora, I can get that. But if I'm not in a network, then I have to treat it just like a Bluetooth speaker and drive it through from my phone.
Okay, well, it's the phone drive.
Yeah, phone over. Yeah.
If you're in a strange network, do you give the password orally? You don't type it in?
What I did was type it in on my app, and that was in May. And then I came here this morning and plugged it in, and it remembered it. So last May, the first time I was here, I typed it in on my app. So I had to get my iPad into the network as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob, does it work on 2.4G and 5G?
Yes, it'll work on whatever your network runs on. It's A through AC, but
Well,
obviously it'll be better for whatever.
what I ran into at home from Warner, got a new modem and only went to 5G.
Okay,
And my devices work on 2.4G.
okay.
And they had to
They
replace
could-
the modem to a dual modem.
Dual, okay. I don't know then. I guess I have never had a problem anywhere I've taken it.
So that was the first time I ran into that.
Yeah,
Because the light controller I have only works on 2.4G.
yeah. There's some that there are limitations on a lot of the
Right.
devices. Yeah. Yeah.
And people that don't know that,
Yeah, you gotta check that out before you put a big investment into Philips Hue colored lights and things. All right.
Are there a lot of, manufacturers manufacturing the devices now? Are the prices coming down?
Oh yeah, there are a ton of lighting guys now and home security guys and all that stuff. Yeah, everybody that's in that field is making things that work with these kind of devices because it's real easy. I mean, it's just an app. If you've got if you've already got, see, a lot of them already work with your phone. You know, you can drive them with your phone. So anybody that's already got an app, it's pretty easy to make it work with voice control to drive it. You know, because Alexa just turns your voice into the command that the interface requires for that device.
Do you have security in your place with that app, with Alexa?
No.
No?
No, I don't. I use it primarily for the toys, you know, the reading and the music, you know, music all the time, news, weather, reading, not much. I like this thing for going outside and still being in my network and being able to play all the different kinds of music.
Paul, have you learned anything about Prime Unlimited?
You mean Kindle Unlimited?
No, Prime.
No, I don't know. No, I haven't heard of that.
I tried to play a song on the Echo the other day, and so well, you can get that on Unlimited. Okay.
Oh, you have to pay extra
You gotta
for
pay
Prime.
extra, right.
Prime, you pay extra for Prime Unlimited.
I didn't know if they had scaled back Prime so you don't get as much as you used to, and then put Unlimited out there.
I think I did run into that. I think I did see something like that, but that there's some
$7.99
some new stuff or whatever that's not available until you step up and pay the extra money.
Is Samsung doing anything?
I don't. I haven't. I doubt it will all explode if it does.
We have problems with the road.
I don't know.
How does Amazon Prime Music compare with Apple Music? Do you have any-
I would say they're, 78. I mean, they're 80%. I mean, Apple Music's got all the new stuff too. You know that it may be that Prime Unlimited is more equal to Apple Music. But yeah, there are differences, but there are differences in the short term because of Apple contracts with artists, and only they're exclusive for a while, that sort of thing. Yeah.
You said 129 for Prime. I thought it started at 89. I thought it only went up to 99. You said 129? This was a regular.
I don't know.
What are we talking about?
The cost for Prime, Amazon Prime.
I think when I reviewed, it was 99.
Maybe the unlimited is the 129. I don't know.
Unlimited is a new music subscription edition,
Okay.
and that is with, last year on Black Friday, they sold this for like $69 for Prime.
Oh yeah, you can occasionally get those deals.
And so if somebody wants to try it, that's the time to look at it.
Now, what price is the?
$99.
The Prime.
Prime.
And what, the price for the weekend, for the Echo, I think is what? What's the?
For this one?
Yeah.
Well, that's now down $50 today, or this Black Friday to 130 from 180. So if you want to buy one today, it's $50 down from the normal 180. And the Google Home is down $30 from the 130, down to 100 or 99 or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you got a couple of slides showing all the skill sets or skills. Can you go back to the
Well,
first?
not all,
Well, there's
not
something-
nearly all.
The first one, the first slide. Yeah, that one. Yeah, on the bottom left, I'd like to know how you trained her to open your Johnny Walker, and will she open doors also?
It's educational. It's a thing that it will let you describe what you like in Scotch. And how much you want to spend, and it will give you a list of brands to buy, suggest brands for you. It will give you a history lesson of the 150 years of Scotch drinking. And it will, what other things? Well, Alexa, open Johnny Walker. Yeah, people like it. Yes. Open Johnny Walker.
What do you want to do today? Choose a label, buy a bottle, Whiskey 101, or try a guided tasting.
Yeah. So 4 things you could do. Guided tasting. Well,
What do you want
if
to
you put out
do
all
today?
your scotches and
Choose a label,
spend the night
buy a
tasting.
bottle.
Stop.
Okay, check back soon. I'm ready to talk whiskey whenever you are.
That's a good idea.
Interesting comments.
Yeah.
If I can't spell a word, and I'll ask her to spell the word for me.
Oh yeah, and there's a really good game, Wordplay. I don't know if I've enabled it, but Wordplay, which is a game where you can say, open Wordplay, start with Apple.
I can't find the song.
I didn't enable the skill. I don't think I disabled it. I deleted it because I don't do it so much. But it's a game where it will tell you a word that ends with a certain letter. You have to pick a word that starts with that letter, and whoever you have to keep going with Alexa like that until you run out of words. I mean, it'll never quit. Yeah, go ahead.
How good is the awareness of this in conversation or background noise like a TV?
Oh, it's excellent. I mean, this one especially. I haven't tried this one in a real busy environment. I just sort of keep it isolated. But and this one you have to have in your hand. But this one, you can everybody start talking, saying something, and you say Alexa, and it'll pop right up. So.
And understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And they call it far field technology for their microphones. They have 7 microphones around here. I used to have a picture of how the innards of it, but it's basically omnidirectional microphones, and 7 of them out here, and it'll hear from wherever you are. And then, of course, if you're in a really loud room, you can use the remote, and you just talk to the remote. Alexa, open Johnny Walker. That kind of thing. Alexa, stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you change the name of Alexa?
There's 3 wake words that it allows. One is Alexa, one is Amazon, and one is Echo. So you can choose between those, but you can't say Jerry.
You couldn't name your maid as.
No, you can't say.
Is the remote extra, or does that come with something?
The remote, I think, is extra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last night I was talking to Alexa, and my wife thought I was talking to her.
Did she answer? You must be nicer to Alexa.
With the remote, you can talk to her. You can be in another room, and you can say, Alexa, say Battle Hymn of the Republic. No, it's dropped the network. It's out of the network.
Can you change the voice?
No, I don't think so. I've never tried, but I don't think you can.
see.
And Google Home is also a female voice, very similar. I don't know why. Guess they want, yeah.
People have said that since Paul started having his Alexa, he tends to speak in commands more often.
That's one of those. Yeah.
So you having marriage problems?
I can get back rubs and this is laundry.
Alexa, find me a divorce lawyer.
She's got it.
No, that's fine. Any other questions? So if you want to buy one of either Google or Amazon, this is one of the 2 or 3 days to do it. They're down considerably.
You didn't bring a bunch in your trunk?
No, I didn't bring a bunch. This, by the way, this one is really sort of my favorite because I can, if I have a network that goes out on my lanai, and I don't want to unplug one of these and bring it out there. This I can just talk to it and play from any of the radio stations or any of the things or whatever.
Is that less this week also, do you know?
I don't know. Let's see what it's.
And it's not moody or anything. Doesn't have moods.
129. It must probably be a. Oh yeah, the other thing that I don't have is a backpack cover for it. So you can a sling cover that you can put on. Oh, and how many people? I was going to ask, how many people here have ever heard of Amazon Dash? How many people are using an Amazon Dash?
What is it?
It's a push button. It's a Wi-Fi enabled little sticker thing that you stick up in your pantry, and you enable it for one product, and you push the button, and it will send an order to Amazon for dial soap. If you're about to run out of dial soap, push the button.
Oh yeah, I've heard about
The Amazon Dash, and it's $5 refunded on your first order.
Wow.
So it's essentially free. You just have to get it and get it in your network and enable it for whatever product you want it for. And you can buy it with, covers, for, little, right on the button, they'll have a picture of whatever you, but you can also change it, I understand, but I'm not sure.
Is the remote on that site?
The remote for this?
Because that's not Alexa.
It's need free shipping with it.
The top it says it's a Bluetooth speaker. Alexa enables.
Portable Bluetooth. This is the portable one. It's Alexa
But
Tap.
that's not the sale prices?
This is the Tap. No, this is not I don't know that, no, this is not the sale price. So the Amazon Echo, this one, for example, was $50 cheaper on when I was at
I'm just looking at it here. If you order the Tap using Echo, then you get $50 off.
Well, anybody wants to order it, here it is.
Using.
$30 for the remote. And then they also sell these things, covers for your dot. Okay, it's a little case for your dot, and they can get them in 2 kinds of leather and 3 kinds of fabric.
What is the price of that one now on the table?
This is $50. It used to be $90.
The tall?
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Well, it's $180, but I swear I saw it at $130. But I think maybe you gotta wait till tomorrow or Friday.
Oh, up at the top, they got a Black Friday deal.
Yeah,
Best Buy, I'll probably have it for about 130.
yeah.
Paul just mentioned, by the way, routers. That's a big topic of conversation this week because Apple's going to get out of that
They're
business.
getting out of the business, yeah, they got out of there.
And And
Time capsules are.
there's been a lot of rumors about that for the last month, and I've asked Jeff at our next Monday night meeting to cover that whole issue of routers and what direction he would recommend and so forth. So it'll be something now that we're going to have to deal with as a separate purchase. It'll be a little bit more confusing probably than it has been. But probably supposedly a better product.
Well, you could always avoid having a time capsule now. You could just get your router and put a hard drive on it. So.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.